and welcome back to Almost Sideways, a place for movie conversation. The Oscars are only a couple of days away, and I wanted to give you guys a quick update, letting you know that over the next couple of days, the guys, Terry, Zach, and Todd, will be giving you guys their predictions on different Oscar categories, the big six. But also, you can compete and see if you can beat all four of us in our Oscar challenge. Make sure you guys check the show notes down below to compete in our Oscar challenge. Make sure you guys come back to Almost Sideways for a post-game show, a post-show right after the Oscars drop. We'll be going live to talk movies with you. So check them out.
Okay, moving on from that, supporting actor. We have, I'm actually going to click at the right time this time. Boom. Here's what we have. We have Daniel Kaluuya for Judas and the Black Messiah. We have LaKieth Stanfield, for some reason, also for Judas and the Black Messiah. Leslie Odom Jr. for One Night in Miami. Paul Raci, Sound of Metal. And Sacha Baron Cohen, The Trial of the Chicago 7. So I'll start this one. Who should win? I am going to go with Paul Raci. Paul Raci, I think as soon as we all saw Sound of Metal, one of the things that all of us said was, my word, Riz Ahmed, but my word, Paul Raci. My man, Paul Raci. And which also reminds me, why didn't we could have easily said Olivia Cooke in the last category too, and we left her out. She should have been in the supporting actress conversation too. But I feel like I've never seen an Oscar nomination in an acting category quite like this, where the fans of the movie like willed it into existence. Like, there was no way Paul Raci was going to be a part of this conversation ever. And then the fans loved this movie and loved his performance until he won like every critics thing. And then all of a sudden he showed up on nomination morning. It was awesome. And so Paul Raci needs to win. Just complete the whole thing. Todd, how about you?
Yeah, complete agreement here. I mean, Paul Raci gave basically what we said is the best performance of the year by anybody. And yeah, a 72-year-old person that nobody knows getting nominated for an Oscar is something else. Like, this isn't June Squibb. Like, she had been nominated several other places. Like, this is these kind of nominations don't ever happen. And I love that he's actually here. So yeah, Paul Raci for sure.
Zach.
Yeah, Paul Raci in the movie that we love the most. You know, it's strange because The Sound of Metal obviously has supporters at the Oscars, but you wouldn't know it with all the backlash it's gotten. I mean, there are people that really hate this movie, like on certain other podcasts that just trash it routinely and talk about how great Mank is. And those people are just stupid and we don't listen to them. But the truth is, it got several nominations. So there's some love for it in the Academy. I'd like to believe that Paul Raci has a shot at this. If he got this nomination out of the blue, like, that's not insignificant, right?
Yeah, I agree. I think the nomination is the reward here for him. But yeah, it's definitely.
See, this is a movie that it's like the new Academy is voting for this kind of movie. Like, this is the kind of movie, the kind of voters that were voting for like Ex Machina and the kind of voters that were voting for like Nightcrawler. I feel like Sound of Metal is the next in line of that, but those voters are more significant now, and now that's getting Best Picture nominations and more love than they would have before. Like, this would have never been nominated like 10 years ago.
Yeah, and I also feel that a lot of people haven't seen Sound of Metal. Like, of the 8 nominees, I would assume that's probably the least seen. And people have their opinions made up before they've actually watched it. So that's why it probably doesn't have a real shot of winning anything significant outside of the technical awards. But come on, give it a chance. Don't listen to the haters. I don't know where these haters come from, but clearly they haven't seen the movie.
Well, and it's easy to find. It's on Amazon Prime. I mean, everyone's got Prime. Easy to get to. Go watch Sound of Metal. Okay, what could have been nominated? I'm going to go a little outside the box here again with another early year pick that I loved when I saw it in theaters, and I think some fans of the movie were hoping he would hang around to the end of the year, and it never materialized, and that's Hugh Grant for The Gentleman. In like the craziest, most different Hugh Grant performance of all time. I mean, it was one of those, just watching a guy who kind of plays the same thing every time disappear into this completely ridiculous role. and completely own it it was great. And so I wish he would have been a part of this conversation a lot longer than he actually was. You want to play a game, Ray? Play a game with me, Ray. Hugh Grant, the gentleman.
Well, I mean, the I guess the one that would have had a shot at being nominated is Aldous Hodge in One Night in Miami. I think he was the best part of that movie, but I mean, I kind of love the nominees that they picked. I mean, there's a couple others that had no shot that I have written down, like Bill Burr and Bo Burnham, but Aldous Hodge is what I'll say.
You love the nominees, even though they include both Judas and the Black Messiah?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I don't love those performances. LaKieth Stanfield's my guy.
True, but he wasn't supporting. He was the lead.
You were championing LaKieth Stanfield before Paul Raci.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true. All right, Zach, who could have been nominated?
I'm going to say Brian Dennehy for Drive Race, because this is now like the third straight podcast I've mentioned that performance in, but he's really good in that movie, and it's a total Oscar baity performance. It's actually not Oscar bait. It's actually a really good performance. So R.I.P. Brian Dennehy.
All right. What will win? Daniel Kaluuya. He's pretty much got this one wrapped up. Todd.
Yeah, he is a minus 3,000 favorite. There's basically no chance anyone else wins.
Zach.
Yeah, I have it minus 2,000. For a while, it was going to be that Sacha Baron Cohen was going to be an Oscar winner, but I'm glad that the narrative has shifted from that. And this is also a little bit of overcorrection for him not winning for Get Out, I think, or not receiving more recognition for Get Out.